Hello, and welcome to the Document Solutions for PDF Professional Viewer webinar. In this webinar, we're going to be going over the benefits of using the professional PDF viewer over the standard PDF viewer. In this webinar, you're going to be hosted by me, Hunter Hoff, Product Manager for Document Solutions, and you can reach me at my email listed right there, hunter.hoff@meshius.com, and I'm also joined by
Hello, my name is Joel Parks. I am also one of the product managers at Meshius for Document Solutions. And my contact information is also available on the screen right now.
All right. So, what we're going to be covering today is why would you want to use the Document Solutions for PDF JavaScript viewer? Well, it can be used to provide a seamless integrated solution for displaying PDF files. Your users will require no dependencies or downloads. It can all be done directly in the browser. This will help enhance your user experience through features like searching, editing, applying annotations, even redaction annotations, and much more. It'll ensure cross-platform compatibility across all different browsers and operating systems that are running those browsers. And you can also customize the viewer's appearance to be as flexible as you'd like in order to meet whatever your application's requirements are. And also included with this is a backend .NET API library, which you can use to programmatically modify your PDFs as you see fit if you don't want to just do everything within the viewer. Alright, so here we see our main landing page. It's developer.meshius.com, and we have a list of all of our products up here where we can go through and see all the different things offered by Meshius. In this case, we're interested in PDFs, so let's go check out the PDF page. And here, this is our .NET PDF API library that you can use on your back end if you'd like to actually go in and manipulate documents programmatically using .NET code, C# or VB.NET. You can do so. You can do all the same kind of functionality that you can with the PDF viewer, which we're going to be talking about in this webinar. But I just wanted everyone to know that the standard viewer is included with your purchase of the Document Solutions for PDF product. So let's go look at the differences in the viewers that we offer. There's a standard viewer that comes with the purchase of this license, and then also a professional viewer license upgrade, which has all these additional editing features. And these editing features can be found right down here in a quick side-by-side list. Joel, if you want to take this part over.
Yeah, so I'm just going to be highlighting a few of the features that are offered by the standard viewer license, as well as what you get with the professional viewer license. So now with the standard viewer license, you get the advanced search options, which include capabilities like match case, wildcards, and proximity searches. There are custom context menus, which allow you to streamline your workflow by adding frequently used features such as sticky notes or other annotations directly to the context menus. You can view PDF layers and navigate across different layers in complex PDFs, making it easier to focus on specific sections such as text, images, etc. View structured content in tagged PDFs, which allows you to maintain an organized structure in your PDFs by tagging content, enhancing navigation, accessibility, so on and so forth. Now, with the professional viewer, there are quite a few additional features that come along with that. It comes with all of the standard DS-PDF viewer view functionalities that I had highlighted a moment ago. There are also editing tools such as cut, copy, paste, and alignment with precision, which easily allow aligning objects to ensure a clean professional layout. There's the PDF Organizer Toolbar, which allows you to organize your PDFs more efficiently by utilizing a dedicated toolbar for quick access to document management. You can create and edit annotations, so you can add or modify annotations to your PDFs, such as text highlights, shapes, freehand drawings, so on and so forth. You can redact PDF document content, so we have annotations that allow you to redact sensitive information in your PDFs, ensuring your documents are secure and compliant with your company's privacy standards. We give you the ability to add or modify form fields, and we also have a PDF form filler that will allow you to more easily fill out form fields within a PDF. We have support for dynamic XFA forms, so you can seamlessly integrate with dynamic XFA forms, enabling the filing and submission of complex forms used in industries such as government or finance. We allow real-time collaboration, so you can work more effectively with team members or clients by adding real-time comments and annotations to your PDFs. We have add and reply comment tools, which encourage collaboration by enabling users to add comments and respond to them in a real-time environment. We allow you to add digital signatures to your PDF documents, so you can securely sign your documents electronically using a digital signature, ensuring authenticity and integrity of your documents. There's the graphical signature tool, which allows you to add a personal touch to your signed documents with a graphical signature tool, allowing you to draw or upload your own signature to the PDF. There's also replacement text, so you can effortlessly replace text within the PDF, perfect for editing documents or correcting mistakes without needing to recreate the document from scratch. And then finally, there is the Wasm-Based PDF editing that comes with our WebAssembly PDF viewer. This enables fast, high-performance PDF editing directly in the browser, ensuring smooth and responsive document manipulation across all devices. Now, these features in the professional viewer license significantly enhance your ability to manage, edit, and collaborate on PDFs in ways that go beyond basic viewing, offering you a more complete and secure document handling solution.
Yeah, thanks, Joel. And we're about to cover all those features that we just listed in this webinar as we continue moving forward. So stay tuned and let's see how to actually get to the demos and view these in action. So up here we can click on Demos, and it brings us right into the Document Solutions PDF Viewer demo page. And we want to go to the Edit PDF page, and this is where we'll begin actually jumping into some of the key features that are included with the Professional PDF Viewer license.
The first thing that we're going to cover is the text and the sticky note annotations. So first, we're going to be going over the sticky annotation here. So as you can see for sticky annotations, it's as simple as finding the sticky icon and dragging and dropping that onto where you would like the sticky annotation to sit within the PDF. As you can see here, to edit some of the text within the PDF, you can go ahead and, or within the annotation, you can go ahead and click on the annotation and directly edit the text box there. In addition, you can go ahead and expand the properties panel on the left-hand side and select the sticky annotation and go ahead and go through here and manually edit some of the fields that are available for the sticky annotation. For this, we've gone ahead and given an author, in this case Hunter, and a subject, which we've just stated as test. As you can see here now, if we go ahead and click on the annotation, we can see here that it's got the author associated with it, as well as the timestamp that goes along with it. You can also use the properties panel to clone existing sticky annotations like so. We've simply selected the annotation that we want to clone, click the clone button at the bottom, and it's gone ahead and made a duplicate annotation. The next one that we're going to look at here is the text annotation. So the text annotation allows you to simply go ahead and add some text anywhere on the PDF. As you can see here, like with the sticky annotation, we can go ahead and just manually type in the text values that we want to display in the annotation. And then similar to the sticky annotation, we can select it and open up the properties panel to have access to all of the available properties within the annotation. Similar with the sticky annotation, there's things such as author, subject. You can come in here in the properties panel and edit the text as well. But there are also a few other options here. What we're currently going over is the call out options or properties. In this case, the line type and the line end. So the line type is the surrounding line of the annotation, the box itself. And then the line end is the value or the shape that we're putting at the end of the associated annotation line. So as you can see here, we've simply added an arrow coming from our annotation pointing to where we want it to signify within the PDF what we're focusing on. In addition, you can go ahead and set some additional stylings properties, opacity, text, so on and so forth.
Yeah, thanks, Joel. You can also set rich text if you want to apply rich text properties to this free text annotation here. And that's all cool and all, but I kind of want to show some of the drawing capabilities that you can add directly to your PDF. So we have this draw tool that you can go in and draw shapes freehand. In this case, I just draw a simple arrow. And you can also set the color of these shapes. We have a color picker where you can set, obviously, directly from the palette, or you can change your own color picker right here along with the hex code at the bottom if you happen to know it. We're going to go with green. It's a nice shade of green, right? And we'll change the style here from solid to dash. You can see that draw annotation now is a dashed line rather than a solid line. We can make it thicker by increasing the width. And we can again change the opacity or the subject. Similar properties that we saw with the free text annotation. You can also click on and off it, as you can see, to quickly access any of these annotations right on the page. Next, we're going to look at highlighting. So here we're going to just highlight proposing a commercial lease. Looks good. You can obviously adjust the properties. Right in here you can change the bounds if you wanted to of that highlighting section, or you could do it by clicking on the viewer. You can also change the color again. And here we'll just select one of the preset colors in the palette. And you can also choose if you want it to be printable. We also have the underline annotation. If you want to add underline to some text, it goes right there. You can see it's very similar to the highlighting properties. And now we're going to go with a squiggly underline. Again, very similar to all the other properties that you've seen with these annotations. And lastly, we have strike through. So we are going to strike through in the USA. And again, it has all of the same properties. You can click on each of these if you want to go between one or the other. As you can see, the bounds of the box, even though the lines are only underneath it, the box is actually covering the whole thing based on our bounds.
All right, Hunter, if you want to scroll down the page a little bit, we can go ahead and talk about some of the shape features.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so we have a few different shape annotations that you can also include with document solutions. So there is line shaping that you can do, squares, circles, so on and so forth. So the first one we're going to show off here is the square annotation. So as you can see here, simply drag and drop, and then you can set the bounds for the shape. In addition, in the properties panel, there are bound options as well, so you can go ahead and be a little bit more specific with your bounds if you want to do smaller increments, like you can see Hunter doing here. In addition, there are a handful of other properties that you can set here, like the line width, the color, like we were doing previously, things like opacity, so on and so forth. And as you can see here, Hunter is including a few additional shapes as well. The circle shape, he's also going to show off here the line shape as well.
And if you hold down left shift while you're doing it, you can have a perfect circle. And again, if you hold down left shift when you're doing a line, it gives you a perfect straight line. And this one is a free-form line, so every time you click, it's going to draw a new line from the end. So I can draw kind of this, not a real shape, but a shape around this box. And you can also do the same thing where if you wanted to draw a real shape when you connect the lines, it'll try to create a real shape. So here we have a triangle. The lines aren't connected till the end, and there I try to make it connected to the end, and now we have a new shape added that is filled with the blue color that we could select if we want to on that shape. Right now we're looking at the polyline shape, which is not the same one as the one that we just did. So we're going to move that down, get it out of the way.
And another cool feature that comes along with these annotations is, and I believe you'll show it off here, the undo and redo capabilities, as well as being able to delete existing annotations. So as you can see here, he went ahead and selected a few of the annotations while the delete option was selected. And right now he's just showing how you can undo and redo any of these changes in case you make a mistake or want to roll back any of your edits.
Yeah, thanks, Joel. And now I'm gonna just scroll down a little bit, get to a new page, and we're gonna show off the redaction annotations, which a lot of people find very important for good reason. So the redaction has actually two parts. We have to select a region for redaction. So here we're gonna just select this portion of the tax column, and we can see the different options within our redaction annotation here, such as like the overlay text, which is potentially most important. That's what we want to be shown over the redaction. We could have nothing if we want it to be blank, but I'll just put apply this redaction so we can see how it looks once it's actually applied. So here we have our redaction space. You can obviously change it, move around the bounds, or change where it's going to be. And again, you could do that manually down at the bottom. And now we're going to apply the redaction. And here we have that overlay text, apply this redaction. And we can see that our redaction annotation changed on the left-hand side. So if we were to undo it or redo it, you can see here how the redaction is changing. You could also revert right there. And we can choose the alignment of that redaction if we wanted it to be like centered or on the right or left. And here we can repeat the text if you want to see it just repeat across the column or the row.
All right, thanks, Hunter. So the next thing that we're going to take a look at here is going to be our stamp annotation. So the stamp annotations allow you to either use some predefined images or custom images if you would like to set up custom stamps as well. For the purposes of showing you stamps here, we're going to use some of the predefined images that are included with Document Solutions. So as you can see here, when Hunter opened the stamp annotation, it gave us a list of images. He went ahead and picked the approve image, and like with any of the other annotations that we've shown prior, this has a whole set of properties that you can edit in the properties panel. Hunter is going to include another one of the predefined annotations here as well. As you can see here, as he goes into the properties panel, he can change the angle that it's being displayed at. There's, like with previous annotations, bounds that you can set and adjust here as well.
And now I'm just going to show this link annotation here that we can do. So if you wanted to actually add in a file attachment to bring them to another file that could be attached to the document, you can do so here. You can also change the icon if you wanted to, and select the file directly from inside the properties. Here I'm just looking for a file that I could pick that's not case sensitive. So there's just some notes that I took for the meeting. And now if I were to actually run this, I can click on that little pin there and it'll actually pull up that attachment that's included with this annotation. Next, you can add some rich media annotations. So here, if you wanted to add like an actual clip inside your PDF or any sort of rich media that you like, it could even be just a simple image. But in this case, we want to have a movie clip. I don't have any movie clips, unfortunately, to add to this right off the bat. But if you wanted to, you could just create that right where you want, where there's space on the page. And I'm just going to delete that for now since I don't have much to show. Next, we're going to talk about the signature though, and here you can just draw your own signature if you like for a signature annotation. There is a poorly drawn signature. You can drag and drop this on the page or resize it as you see fit. We're going to try to put it by the initial here, just so it's clear with our theme. So now I have a signature annotation, and you can also upload your own signature if you have it saved. You could change the image and just replace it with that. We can also add a typed signature if you'd rather just type it in there, and you can change all the features of how the type text would be. You go to the input box at the bottom, include your text, and then you can change the font, bold or italicize it. Obviously, you can delete it, and you can even save it at the bottom as well. We can also change the color, so we're just going to make it our favorite color, green. And Now it's at the bottom. We can move it around, similar to the drawn annotation. And lastly, we have audio annotations. So if you wanted to add like an audio sound, if you wanted to click it and have audio appear, I'd have no audio on my device, but at the top you'd select cancel or select sound. And you can change the icon as well, similar to the other uh, audio annotations or rich media annotations. You have an ear, a mic. These are all preset, or you can change your own, have your own icon be added there as well.
All right, thanks for going over those, Hunter. So the next thing that we're going to be taking a look at is the fillable form fields. So these annotations are able to be edited by users who are viewing the PDF once you finish building it and then save it. So the first one that we're going to go over here is the text box annotation. So like with any of the other annotations, you can simply click on it and go ahead and draw it onto your PDF in the desired location. And like what Hunter is doing right now, there are a bunch of properties on the left-hand side of the PDF viewer that you can come in here and edit. He's going and giving it a tooltip so that users who hover over it can see the tooltip for this text box, what's expected of them to enter inside of it. Hunter's also going in and giving it a default value as well as a max length. So the max length simply signifies the number of elements in that text box that you can include. And you can see as he scaled it up and down, it changed the numeric value that's being displayed in there. You can also come in and edit things like the border. As Hunter did, he went ahead and increased the width of the border, and instead of having it go around the entire text box, he set it to underline. And like with any of our other annotations, you can come into the properties panel and set the bounds manually as well if you'd like to move it around. The next thing that Hunter's going to show off here is the password box. So it's very similar to the text box that we had just set up, except instead of displaying text, this one will go ahead and password protect the values that your users are entering into this text box. It has a bunch of the same functionality as the text area, background color, border, so on and so forth. And third here, we actually have the text area annotation. So this one functions very similarly to the text box, except unlike the text box, this one is designed for long form text. Your users can include much more text in this area. So this would be more of, say, instead of filling out a text box that would include something like a user's name, text area could be for maybe something like a comment that is being included in the PDF, or for more long form information that users need to include. In addition to those, we have a few other annotations here. So there are the checkboxes, the radio buttons, and then the push buttons. So Hunter is going to go ahead and include these three annotations into the PDF here. So the push button, this one functions much like a standard, much like you'd expect a standard button to function. So with this one, you can tie events to it so that when users interact with it, it will perform various actions, whether that is jumping to a different page in the PDF, maybe opening a new PDF, or doing a submission of the PDF as the user finishes filling it out. And text boxes and radio buttons, both very self-explanatory, simply a Boolean value whether or not it is or is not checked. And as you can see, these are able to be resized and move around like any of the other annotations.
And right here, I'm just going to show that you can add the combo box annotation. And combo box annotation is kind of fun because we can edit the options that are included in it. And this would be, you can choose if you want it to be editable for other people or just yourself while you're creating it right here. And we're going to change some of the values that are actually shown in the combo box. So I'm just going to pick some of my favorite animals. We got cats, we have dogs and turtles. I just realized that it has the first value in there. I have to get rid of that. Okay, and now we can also change the label. So instead of it being choice 1, choice 2, or choice 3, We could just name it best animal, friendly animal, and the last one, let's do smart animal. Alright, so we have that, and now we have our combo box ready to go. It's not editable right now, but when we actually print or download this PDF to view it, we'll be able to edit that combo box further. So we have all our elements here. Now we're gonna just move the page. You can use that little hand icon to actually move the page rather than highlighting text up at the top. And we are gonna move on to this is, I believe, okay, another list box for this one. So with the list box, we can go in and similar to the combo box, except it's going to list everything out rather than you just selecting it from like drag it, like when you open up a drop down. This will just have everything listed. So in this, we're going to do animals again. I'll put in a cheetah for fast animals. We'll have a swimming animal again, a dolphin, and then we'll have one more aquatic animal. What should we do? Let's go with whale. So that'll be our list box that we have listed there. And this is similar to the combo box where we'll actually be able to go in and select it once we have the finished PDF. And next we'll look at the comb text field. So this is like similar to a text box except each value is separated in the comb-like fashion that you see there. So we'll just add in testing, and you can see we have some extra combs at the end, so we can actually reduce our combs count if we'd like to make it a little bit prettier. And all the other properties are very similar to what we've seen in the previous annotations that we've worked with so far. Next, we're going to look at the submit form button. So if you wanted to actually have a submit button, this is similar functionality to the push button. If you wanted to actually have a submit URL as one of the properties, you can put it right there directly in the annotation editor once you click on that button. And then we also have a reset form button. If you wanted to remove all the choices that were in the form, you can do so by selecting the reset form button and clicking on that at the finalized PDF. And again, it has very similar properties to what we've seen so far with the previous annotations.
All right, so now we are going to take a look at some of the higher level functionality that comes with the PDF viewer. So here we're going to actually jump in and take a look at adding and removing pages within your PDF. So Hunter's going to expand the dropdown here, and he's going to select the pages option. So the first option here is creating an entirely new PDF. We're not going to do that just because we want to continue editing this PDF here. The next one here, Hunter is going to jump to the beginning of our PDF, and some of the other options that we have here is the ability to insert a blank page, a new blank page, or delete the current page that you're looking at. So as you can see, Hunter's gone ahead and added a new page. Being that it's a new page, there's no content on it, so it's completely blank. And then like I had mentioned previously, you can use the button next to it to delete. You can also come in here and reorganize the pages that you were currently that are currently set up in your PDF. You can clone existing pages, save the document layout, and continue on editing the new pages that you've included in your PDF.
All right, and now that we have a lot going on here, I want to show how you can easily navigate around. If we want to just see all the different form annotations that we have, you can click on the left-hand side, and also then the standard annotations we can also see through the annotation editor on the left-hand side. So that's just a quick way to see all the different annotations that are in there and how to quickly get to them, expand the properties associated with them, and just navigate around your document a little bit simpler. You can do so with those options on the sidebar. And lastly, I want to talk about this PDF organizer again. You can merge external PDFs. So if we wanted to actually merge in an external PDF to this document, I'm going to use one of the Document Solutions recent promo campaigns will be emailed out. So now that is included in the document. We can see when we save the updated document, we can scroll down to that new added page, and here we see it right at the end. So it is now included in our document, and on the top we have this thumbnail view where we can actually quickly navigate through pages with a little preview of what's going on. We also have a rotate the pages option, so if you wanted to click in and actually rotate the view of the pages, you could do so. And we can change the color palette as well for the theme of the viewer. So this will change the color palette for all of our side menu options and the top menu options and even the background of the viewer itself when you're viewing the PDFs. Here we have a structure tree in case we actually set different field name labels for our fields. You can see it in that structure tree. And we can also download the PDF. If we wanted to download an original of the PDF, you can do so, and as you see right here, we have the original PDF before we made any edits. And if you wanted to actually save the PDF with the edits, you would have to click the Save button first, which Joel will go over here shortly.
Alright, so now we've gone over a bunch of the annotations and editors that you can add within the PDF viewer. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at saving, printing, reports, so on and so forth. So as you can see here in the menu, there's a handful of options to save the report or save the PDF as either a PDF, an image, so on. There's also the ability to print, the ability to hide the selected annotations, and we also have a form filler here, which makes it very easy to fill out any of the form annotations that you included within your PDF. So as you can see here, these are all of the forms that we've included. You can see that they also include the values that Hunter had outlined when setting them up. You can see the various animals that he had included in the lists and combo box options that he can select from here. So he's going to go ahead and finish filling out all of the forms that we've set up. So now as you can see, he's pointing out the different fields that we had selected via the form filler and how they're displaying within the PDF. The next thing that we're going to show off here is the search functionality. So you can navigate through the PDF via the search functionality, finding matching text for what you've entered in the text field.
This is a little bit hard to read, so I'll change the theme so it's a little bit easier to view the
Yeah,
different options.
yeah, I was gonna say I was having a little trouble reading that myself here. So as you can see, it's much easier to read now. So thank you for that, Hunter. So we have a bunch of different flags that you can set here for the text that you've entered: find, find and replace, so on and so forth. He's going to go ahead and expand that, and as you can see, there's a couple other options for customizability that you have. You can zoom in and zoom out. Currently, he's looking at all of the existing properties on our document. You can view all of the different selected fonts, so on and so forth. All right, and next, I believe we're going to move into the printing section here. So as you can see, your standard browser-based printing functionality, you can go ahead and open that up and edit that how you wish. And as you can see here, when you're viewing the PDF, instead of in the viewer and editor functionality, just viewing the PDF itself, you can see this is what it will look like whenever you finish your export and you're viewing the PDF file.
Thanks, Joel. Now we're going to transition over to the collaboration utilities that we have with the DS PDF viewer. So with the collaboration, you're able to actually add real-time comments that your colleagues can view. So you're going to enter in your name. So I'll just put in Hunter. And now that it knows who I am, I can go in here and actually add my own sticky note comments or just make adjustments to the PDF that my colleagues would be able to see. So in this example, we'd see if a colleague named Jason already added his comment, so I'll add my own sticky note comment and reply to him. And it's not staying up there as long as I want, so we can go into our annotation editor and actually change it to be initially opened. So now we have it there. It says sounds good, Jason. And we could also add other collaborations, like any edits or changes we would make on the PDF would remain there as well. And then we also have like a comment section if you wanted to reply to actual comments. So Amy down here has said nice explanation, and I'll add my own response. I'll just say thanks, Amy, and I'll go ahead and post it. Just going to zoom in so it's easier to see. So I said thanks, and you can see right below it has my timestamp versus her timestamp of when she made the comment, and that collaboration works as expected. And we also have, if you were to add in a text annotation, it'll act as a new comment on the page on the right hand side, or if you were to add a sticky note annotation as well, which will appear in that tree view, and we can then add comments to it. So right there we can see the new post, and if we wanted to, we could add a reply and continue the conversation.
All right, so the next thing that we're going to cover here is some of the customizability that you have within the Document Solutions PDF viewer. So there are a few different demos and documentation sections we have here. So the first one we're going to cover is the secondary toolbar with quick edit tools. So as you can see here, the secondary bar beneath the main toolbar at the top has those quick edit tools, so you can very easily come in and add annotations. This is the customized draw tools quick editor. So as you can see, we've removed some of the annotation options and customized what users have access to. And then this third one that we have here is the custom secondary top toolbar. So as you can see, we can navigate through a few different PDFs, and each of these PDFs, if you look on the left-hand side, has different options that are enabled or disabled from one another. So it gives you a lot of customizability over what your users can access. And as you can see, coming up to the quick edit tools, there are a few more options than even what we're showing in the custom secondary toolbar.
And lastly, I just want to showcase the WebAssembly capabilities. So at the top, we can switch from the server API to the actual WebAssembly API demos. And over on the left-hand side, you're able to see the different samples that are available for the WebAssembly version. WebAssembly is an option that performs all edits on the client, and unlike the server-based editing, it does not need a .NET server at all. So regardless of whether you're using the WebAssembly or server-based viewer, the JavaScript DS PDF viewer is exactly the same. So for now, you'll notice that some of the samples are grayed out, and that's because these features aren't yet available for WebAssembly. With the exception of the collaboration, where the functionality requires a server, we plan on adding most of these missing WebAssembly professional viewer features in the next release. Now I'm going to pass it back over to Joel to go over our support.
All right, thanks, Hunter. So now we are going to head on back to the company's main page here. So on our main page here, you can take a look at all of the different ways that you have to contact us and all of the tools that you have access to. So here under support and learning, you have access to links for the forums, samples, blogs, demos, and documentation. But you can also go through the process of submitting a support ticket to our support engineers who can help you out with technical issues. And Hunter is going to go ahead and walk you through that process right now.
Yeah, so I'm just finishing my login here, and this will open up the support portal page. So I have no open cases, but if I did, they'd be displayed there. Here I'm going to create a new case and open up a ticket. And once you open up a ticket, you'll be asked to supply a case title. In this case, I'm just going to put Document Solutions for PDF Viewer Help. And then I'm going to select a product. And you can select from all of our products, but I'm going to select Document Solutions, and then I'm going to select the DS PDF product, and then the DS PDF Viewer Control. And then you're going to want to give it a version number, and then below you can actually describe the issue that you're facing, and you can supply code blocks or add any links if there's anything else that you'd like to do. And then finally you can add some attachments like images, or PDFs or any zip files that could contain your code or project you'd like to share with the support team, you can also remove that attachment there, and then you just submit it and you're good to go.
All right, and that's all we have for the webinar today. I'd like to thank all of you for attending. You can see both of our contact information up on the screen right now. If you have any questions, you can always feel free to reach out to either of us, and we'll be more than happy to assist you with any questions that you have or any problems that you may be encountering.
Thanks for joining.